So we just went over a general architecture of the soul in a very, very minute way. What we did is we looked at two different I ams and how each of those can be authentic to you. You could be authentically angry. You could be authentically peaceful. Now both of those I ams are you. And when you say I am, and you mean that in the present moment, that is who you are. Being truly at peace does not mean necessarily that you are always at 0% anger. You could feel anger, but generally have some amount of peace in your system and some stability, but you could sense the anger. You could have a lot more anger and still have enough peace to stand still and to look at the camera, but you could have more anger in your system and less peace. Maybe 70% anger, 30% peace. And you could have so much anger that you're like 85% anger, but you still have enough peace to stay on topic. And then you could shift back. Say this is 78% peace. Say this is 83% peace. And let's say now this is 91% peace. Each of those were authentic in that moment, but all of those past ones do not exist. What we're getting at here is that you as a soul go through phases of destruction and creation. If you think about the macrocosm and the microcosm, the material matter that is your current body is pretty much recycled dinosaur poop, if you really think about it. What you are right now used to be parts of birds, used to be parts of soil, could have been parts of buildings in an ancient or prehistoric world, could have been parts of an alien spacecraft or a meteorite, was a part of the Big Bang. What happened before the Big Bang? Does the universe go like this, or do we have no idea? Well, you have changed form in terms of your physical form and material reality, and you as awareness have changed quality. So you as a soul that has changed quality may recognize that you have gone from not existing to existing. And let's just use two different names. Let's use Joe and let's use Sam. And Sam could be for Samantha or Samuel, and Joe could be for Joanne or Joseph. So these are gender fluid names, which are really nice. So when you were Joe in your past life is different from Sam. When you were angry is different from peaceful, yet there's continuums of these. So let's take these continuums of emotion, because what we're describing as a personality is we're describing a fourth dimensional construct with a three-dimensional language of time. And I want to tie this back into magic and why this is useful. And I want you to consider really how this can affect you in your day-to-day. This is about crafting of yourself. And if you want to craft the exterior world, it's helpful to be able to craft your interior world and be a master of your interior world first and foremost. So when you alter the quality of yourself, you are doing alchemy, you're doing quality transmutation. Now, magic in the external world, working with consciousness, say you know sales or NLP or how to hypnotize people, how to influence people, or just how to direct and guide conversations. You generally have an idea of how to calm somebody down, or at least certain people, and maybe how to get them excited. You may or may not be good at this, but you may know it intrinsically inside to encourage somebody, to help them relax, to help them change their state, to help them shift their being. And these shifts are going from states of existence that are more or less angry, more or less peaceful, along with all the other qualities of the emotional spectrum. So, thinking for just a moment, what is magic? Magic is the art of transmuting reality. What are you? You're part of reality. The art of transmuting yourself is a fundamental principle in magic. And so, since magic comes through you, and in some cases comes from you, and in many cases is you, being able to shift yourself is shifting the sculptor's tools that you use to interact with the world. If you're making a drawing, a thin pencil versus a thick quail dipped in ink, they're different instruments. They create different calligraphic results. Same for you. If you're more angry, you're more peaceful, you affect the world in a different way. If you're more confident, you're more cowardly, etc. So I'd like to end this lesson with a brief assignment, and that's to look over your work from lesson 1. And if you haven't done this yet, try to get a week's worth of data and go over that work and look at how much presence has affected your emotional quality, your emotional state. In the 8th time you notice yourself standing in line, how did that differ from the 2nd time? How does your baseline differ? So your homework and your project and your assignment for this lesson is to write a bit of a reflection exercise for how this type of magical mindfulness has affected your ability to shift your awareness and thus transmute your very soul.